Today on GoPro Tips and Tricks, we're making a slow, continuously rotating time-lapse base for your GoPro camera. This might be one of the simplest DIY builds I've ever shown how to do. It requires only two things: a flat adhesive mount and a basic timer. These are the timers that are designed to switch lamps in your house on or off at different times of the day. They work with a rotating wheel and then pins that you pop up and down for the times you want the timer to be on and off. What we care about is the fact that this dial continuously rotates. Let's go ahead and open it up and see how we're going to build this rig. So here is our timer. Now, timers like this are very cheap. I picked this one up at the hardware store for under $7, but I'm pretty confident that you could find them for a lot less than that. The first thing to do is to figure out how your timer rotates. You can spin the dial and see what parts of the dial rotate. Now, mine's a little bit tricky because this center piece does not rotate. On some timers it does, but on mine it does not, and yours may differ. What's important is that the adhesive mount can only stick to the part that does rotate. If I peeled off this entire sticky plate and stuck it on top, my timer would stop working. So what I'm gonna do is pop up all of these teeth around the outside edge and then just stick my adhesive mount to those. I'm really not overly concerned about how secure my mount is because really this is gonna sit this way up and that's it. It's not gonna get bumped and it's not gonna get banged. So there's really no need for my adhesive mount to make a great connection with the surface. With all of my teeth on this timer popped up, I'm gonna go ahead, peel off the adhesive backing and stick it down on top. Gonna line up mine with 12 o'clock, just like that. Not that time matters at all. And there it is stuck down. Now, as this rotates, so too will the base plate. Now, it's important to point out at this point that this is a very slow rotator. Compared to our egg timer time-lapse base or kitchen timer time-lapse base, which you can find in the video description. There's a link to how you can make one of those. That was a 1 hour, 360-degree rotation. This timer is a 24-hour, 360-degree rotation. That means that in 1 hour, it will rotate just 15 degrees. That also means that it's great for taking things like all-day panning shots. In 12 hours, you could do a 180-degree pan of some landscape and you would get amazing cloud formation. That also means you need to set your frame rate on your camera or your intervals between photos properly. If you set this to every half second, you're going to fill your SD card before the camera's even rotated 15 or 20 degrees. Link in the video description is a video in which I explain how to calculate the delay between photos for this length of time lapse you want to shoot. So I would recommend shooting every 30 seconds, one photo every 30 seconds to every minute if you want to take an all day or a 12-hour time lapse. That would give you about a 30-second to a minute video. This mount does have its drawbacks. It requires power in order to work, and it's also not an outdoor timer. I could not find one of these that was outdoor at my hardware store. You may have better luck, but that means that if this gets rained on, it's going to fry, and it's electricity and rain, so it might do worse than just stop working. But if you want to use this outside on a sunny day in your backyard or something like that, or anywhere that you have access to power, it will give you some very cool results. As you can see from the sample video, this mount is awesome and it creates some really awesome looking shots. Securing this to a tripod is a little bit tricky. I just used tape and electrical taped it onto the tripod so I could take my shots, but you could try anything. You could duct tape the extension cord down. You could even maybe make some little mount to hold this onto a tripod mount or something like that, or you could just do quick and dirty what I did and use tape. Thank you guys for watching. This was another GoPro tips and tricks video. If you've enjoyed it, please make sure you subscribe, check out my channel for lots more videos, and like the video. Until next time, thank you very much for watching.